Hello there, welcome to Fable on Your Table. This video I'm going to show you how to cut apart, fold, and assemble the papercraft minis. So I'll start with one of the standard miniatures here. This is a skeleton archer, and we're going to put it together like a mini. There's two different ways you can do it depending on what kind of paper you're using. And I'll show you the advanced way, but the other way is pretty easy. You would only use the advanced way if you were printing on regular computer paper and not cardstock. This is on cardstock, so it's not necessary to use this side piece here, but I'll do it anyway because it kind of looks nice. So let's go ahead and cut this out first. So this goes pretty quickly usually. What I usually do is just cut them all out at once, fold them all at once, and glue them all at once. That kind of assembly lines it, but you can do it in whatever way you want, of course. So I'm going to cut around the edges of the miniature, and I'm going to just leave some white space around the skeleton. I'm not going to try to cut very close to the body. And just go down the side. All right, so for this tab here, if you were just printing on cardstock, you could just cut that right off and you don't even need to use it. But for normal paper, or if you want this side piece that will add some stability to it, you can just add it. But what you need to do is you need to cut down this line to that point because we're going to be folding that back. And then I like to add a little bit more shape to the interior here. Careful not to cut the support. Okay, so there it is all cut out. You can see that there, I think, yeah. So the next step, you could just go fold it right now, but that is you can have trouble with it not folding where you want. So what I like to do is I like to score it before I do that. And the way you do that is you just take a knife, or you could take like a regular kitchen knife, a steak knife, and just put a ruler up against where the fold lines are and just lightly go over it. You're not cutting it, you're just scoring it. Very light cut. You're cutting the top fibers of the paper, but not all the way through. Doesn't take much either. And then I'm going to go all the way across here, because those both need to fold. And then I need to score right here. Okay, so now it's scored. Now it should be pretty easy to fold. So this is the mini here, this part. This is the base. This is the bottom of the base. And this is the back half of the base. So there's half a base here that faces up. This faces down. This is straight up and down. So let's do that. Yeah, nice clean fold there from the score. Yep. Fold back, fold back. So you fold forward and then fold back and fold back. And so you can see we've got a nice base going there. And what this side piece does is it'll fold up and then go back along the back to hold up the back of the mini. So let's do that. Make sure that's folding. Give them all a good pre-fold before we go to glue it. So now, let's get our fine glitter glue here. Why glitter glue? Because it will show up on video, that's why. Come on now. Here it comes. It's taking its time. So then you don't need much, just enough to hold it down. Spread it out a little. There we go. I like to fold the back part first so that if there's a little bit of an inaccuracy in how it's cut, this part can go on top of it. There we go. And cover it up if it needs to. Then give it a little pressure. And there's our Skeleton Archer Mini. And now we just need, and if you were just doing normal cardstock and you cut off the end, you'd be done. But we want to add the little support. So we just add a little bit of glue here. Then we fold that up with that behind it and glue that to the back. And give it a little pressure. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And there it is. It's got a nice little support there in the back. Makes it real sturdy, easy to pick up. Doesn't lose its shape, doesn't bend over, do much. It's just a solid little mini. Very good. So let's do another one. Here's a door. We're going to do a little door mini. This will go fast. Just going to cut around the door. The doors are a decoration. You don't strictly need to use them, but I like to. They add a lot of ambiance to the levels when you're playing them, I feel. And they just look cool. Again, I'm just going to cut all the way around the mini. There we go. And you can use an X-Acto knife against a cutting mat if you wanted to do this. I'm just quickly doing it with scissors. Okay, there it is all cut out, and I need to make 2 more cuts. These tabs are going to be folding in on each other, so I need to make cuts right here and right here. And they need to go up to that level. Right like that. And right like that. Great. And now we need to score again. We're going to score along the bottom. And then we're going to score along these fold lines here and here. Okay, it's scored. All right, so now we should just be able to easily fold it. Bloop. Yep, look at that, nice clean fold. Blip. Very good. So there's our door with some side panels. And then these need to fold back. Fold back. Now, and if your score doesn't take, it doesn't hurt to lay it flat and score it again if you need to. Okay, so there we go. And then these are we're just gonna glue those together in there to make it sturdy. So trusty glitter glue coming back at you. Here we go. A little bit of there, doesn't take much. A little bit there. You can also use rubber cement. That works pretty well. And then I like to give it a little nudge if it's not overlapping properly. I don't like the tabs showing, so sometimes I want to adjust it a little bit before it dries. Then give it a little bit of pressure. And there's your door. Woo! Very cool looking. You can add that and it'll look really good on your maps. Now, you can stick with just the doors. These doors are all standalone minis. You can place them on the map. Like when you cut out your threshold tiles, you can just place them on there and there's your door. But that's not fancy enough for us. What we want to do is we want to have the cool doors. These are awesome. These archways. You only really need 2 of them because any given room is only going to have 2 exits and you're only going to want them on the far sides of the room. So you only need to make 2 of these, but they look really cool. And what's neat about them is you can place them just like this and they look like an archway. Or you can go ahead and take your door and slide it right in there like that. And it looks like a cool doorway. So next, we're going to build one of these because they're awesome. So I've got one of these almost all cut out, so let's go ahead and cut this one out. This one's a little bigger and it's a little trickier, but it's worth it because it's awesome. I'm not gonna go in and cut around all the bricks right now, but you could if you want. They're nice and square. The only real tricky parts are where the bricks go in right there, but an X-Acto knife makes quick work of those places. All right. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing we did on the door and cut these flaps. Because we need to cut the flaps. Oops. And then this middle piece is, you can see on the door here that it's got these little walls on the interior. Those are going to fold back and create those walls. So we have to cut between them here so that they can fold back to either side of the archway there. So I'm going to cut into there all the way up the middle. And then I need to cut out this piece here. So this is the tricky part. An X-Acto knife and a cutting mat does a better job of this, but I don't want to sit here for too long, boring you. So there it is. The whole thing's cut out now, and all we got to do is score it and fold it. So the first thing we need to do is score along the bottom here, because all of these tabs are going to be folding back. Give it a good score. These are gonna, the side panels are gonna fold back. So let's cut those, or score those. And then we need to fold from here to here. So I'm gonna score from that down to there, and that down to there. Okay, we're all scored. So let's fold this up. So first let's fold these back. Yep, these are all doing well. Nice scoring there, okay. Bring them back up. Let's fold the sides. And then fold the insides. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay. And there's our archway, and now we just need to glue it together. Didn't take long. I like to do them one at a time. Glitter glue. Back on board with the glitter glue. Make sure we got good placement on those, and then give it some pressure. Now let's do the other side. More glitter glue. Glitter glue for you. There we go. All right. There we go. There's your archway. When you get your pieces cut out, you just put glue there and glue it down. And you will have another archway. Now, there's one more piece I want to show you. This is the stairs. This is going to be the first time I've cut this out on cardstock and assembled it. I've made a prototype here. This is some stairs that are going to go into these archways and look like stairs that go back up to the surface. So this will be the entrance to the dungeon. So let's try it and see how it looks, okay? So the first step is to cut it out as usual. This one's pretty straightforward, but there's one tricky part. Here I'm going to go all the way up to there. So I'm going to cut along here to there and then leave this tab out. I hope this comes out looking cool. This is the first time I've done this. I'm eager to see how it looks. Boom. All right, oops. Yeah, I gotta go all the way in there. And then I just cut around the outside. So first you cut, then you score. Here we're going to score along this stuff, this center line. We're going to, oh wait, I missed a cut. I need to cut along here. Forgot about that. Because I have to free up this staircase to be angled. Then I cut it right up to there. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it's hard to get your scissors into the right place. It's another good use for X-Acto knives. Okay, so let's see, I scored along there. I'm going to score here. I'm going to score here. Then I'm going to score these tabs. Because they're going to fold down and attach. Okay, I think that's everything. All right. So we're going to fold the whole thing in half. This way the side panels of the stairs are double-sided, like so. And if you didn't get it perfect, you'll have some overlap there, but you can just go in and trim. So, very good. So this will be the bottom. We'll fold these up like that. And then this, we'll fold down these tabs, because this is where we're going to glue it. And then this will go like that. Yeah, okay, this is going to work. All right, so let's glue the side panels first. They're the easy parts. Give it some pressure. Okay, let's do the other side. Glitter glue. It loves you. There we go. And those come up like that, good. And now, all we gotta do is glue these side tabs there, like that. Get some pressure. One side is done. A little bit of glitter glue. A little bit of pressure. And the other side is done. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's see how it looks in our frame here. Oops. Maybe I shouldn't have done this before the glue had a chance to dry. There we go. Looking very cool. Dungeon entrance. Nice. Well, that's it. That's how you fold miniatures for Fable on your table. There's all kinds of cool miniatures you can have. Here's a portcullis We've got all kinds of monsters that you can build. Here's an example of miniatures cut without the side panel. That's the difference of what they look like. You can do whichever you like. And of course you have all the floor pieces and such. You just cut those out and back them with either cardboard. I like to use craft foam because it likes to grip the table a bit and they're nice and sturdy. But once you have all the figures cut out and assembled and your floor plan's done, you're ready to play. Thanks for watching.